私はナザリック地下大墳墓の支配者アインズール・ゴウンだ。アインズール・ゴウンの名にかけて普通なき死を与えてやる。
Wow. This animation is really good, right? I can't believe Epicseven decided to give us this unit for free. So as long as we complete the side story, we can have this unit for free. And it's crazy because it's a dark 5-star unit. For Ain's Goon skill 3, it seems like we're going to have new debuff called Death Sentence. At the start of someone's 12th turn, deals 50,000 fixed damage. So as long as this activates, there's no single units that can survive from this. And only way to dispel this debuff is to get rid of the caster. I can already see people using him with Abigail, what units that can give him invincible buff. So I think it makes sense that they decide to give him some effect resistance for his basic stats. So as long as he survives, he can get rid of one unit for sure. Overlord of Death increases damage suffered from light elemental enemies by 30%. And this makes it really difficult for users to play him in ITA because there are just so many light units who can do tons of damage. LQC, Adi, Lioness Armia, Specimen Sass, Fury Salin, Captain Landy. It's going to be tough. I hope Baiken incident doesn't happen to him. I still think Baiken has the best character design and game motion in Epicseven, but where is she? People just use her for Banshee and that's really sad. And if same thing happens to Iron School, I'll be sad. When an ally's attack has a 35% chance to activate Mana Barrier. So Mana Barrier gives himself counter-attacking for 2 turns and barriers to all allies. I'm not sure if this is nice because if the opponent team picks Roana and Lioness Armia, then you're done. There's nothing you can do. So definitely if we want to try Iron School in ITA, we'll have to pick him at the end. That's the only way. Okay, his skill 1, Lightning of Judgment. Attacks all enemies with lightning with a 25% chance to stun for 1 turn. It's funny because at the moment, only thing I can think about is the units who can counter him. If someone picks Iron School in ITA, I'll just go for Last Rider Crow and Roana, then it's game over. Okay, now his artifact. Increases effectiveness by 20% and effect resistance by 40%. After reading his skill set, it makes sense Smuggy decided to give him some effect resistance because our goal when we play Einskoon in ITA is to keep him alive. Yeah, as long as he survives, we can win the game. So in order to do that, we don't want him to get inflicted by any debuff, right? So I'll say we have to give him at least 150 effect resistance. I don't think Iron School will be a strong unit in ITA. It's because there are just so many stats that you have to invest. You have to give him effect resistance, also effectiveness. It means we won't have that many stats to invest on health and defense. And plus his basic health is bad, it's around 5,000. Yeah, it's going to be really tough to use him in ITA. Okay, now it's time for Ibedo.
アインズ様に無礼を働く者は万死に値する。至高の御方、アインズールゴーン様の前で礼儀をわきまえなさい。
Okay, let's talk about Ibedo skill 3, Rage of Nazarick. Fiercely attacks the wicked enemy with a 100% chance each to dispel all buffs from the target, make them unable to be buffed, that's really nice, and decrease defense for 2 turns. I'll say for Knights, her skill 3 is really good. Especially nowadays, there are so many units has different buffs, so it's always nice to have units who can strip their buff, and also she can inflict unable to be buffed, that's plus. As a ITA player, I'll say the most dreadful debuff you can have on your units is decreased defense. So the fact that she can inflict decreased defense for 2 turns, that's really good. So based on her skill 3, I'll say it will be ideal to give her around 220 speed, so your damage dealers can have their turn right after she used her skill 3. Pretty good. Her passive is a bit disappointing because decreasing damage suffered by 20% only works when ally suffers from a critical hit. It kinda sucks because we still don't have 5-star units who can replace Crimson Army, so she won't be able to protect her team from units like Fire. When an ally except for the caster suffers a critical hit, counter attacks with Let's Go Bicon. It attacks all enemies dispelling one buff before increasing speed of the caster for 2 turns. I think her passive is really bad because she can be easily targeted by units like Roana and Lioness or Nia. So if we want to use her in ITA, it means we can't first pick her, we'll have to pick her towards the end. But can we use her to counter clip him? At the moment, I'll say no because according to what they share, it seems like it doesn't do much damage. But we will have to test her out. Okay, now it's her basic attack. So she can increase her combat readiness by 20% and successful attack deals additional damage proportional to the caster's max health. Ibero's skill 1 could be really powerful, depends on how much damage we can do with this artifact. So from this trailer they shared, Ibero has 27k health and she was able to do around 3,500 damage. So if we can grab her this artifact, I think we can use her to counter clip him.
シャルティア・ブラッドフォールンご挨拶申し上げんす面白うありんせん
Okay, nice.
そろそろ終わらせ
So Chartier does get her armor for her ultimate.
そろそろ準備もできんしたかい蹂躙を開始しん
Nice. Okay, her passive, True Vampire. Damage suffered in one attack does not exceed 51% of max health. It seems like we're going to have damage dealer who can do everything by herself. She has amazing survivability. She can get herself increased attack and stealth. I didn't even finish reading her skill 3 and 1 yet, but if you guys have to choose one between Ibero and Chartier, go for Chartier. Her passive is just so OP. I already know she's going to be a really strong unit. This is crazy. Guys, Chartier is really good unit. Her skill 3 is insane as well. So she can strip enemies buffs as long as her attack is higher than the enemy's unit, and she's going to have 100% hit chance. So it means she can get rid of Adin and Riolet without problem. Any evasion unit, she can get rid of them. This is insane. Chartier has everything she needs to become the best damage dealer in Epicseven. She can even inflict injuries with her basic attack. This is insane. We are going to have another unit to counter Laia besides Urban Shadow Shoe. Man, this is awesome. Without a doubt, she's going to be the best unit we're going to have from collaboration. I can't wait to use her in ITA. She's going to be a really strong unit for sure. Okay, now it's her artifact. When attacking with a single attack, increases damage dealt by 20% and absorbs 15% of damage dealt as health. Wow, guys, this is insane. This artifact is really similar to Sigurd artifact, but I think this artifact works better with her because she can get herself increased attack with her passive. Guys, I saved up 2,000 bookmarks for this day. I didn't mention this to you guys earlier, but she can increase critical hit chance with her self-imprint concentration. I'm going to use all my bookmarks so I can have her triple S and max this artifact. I'm excited, guys. This is awesome.